good afternoon to all. You join us for this tea.
Well, they're going to have a bowl. Not too surprising given the conditions.
Players making their way out. It's a great crowd in today with plenty of atmosphere around this ground. Plenty of wickets on offer and runs. Batters and bowlers are in the game. And there's some quality players in both teams. So I'm expecting an even contest. Let's see what happens.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Misses everything. No. Terrible shot. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Ouch, that looked nasty. Oh, the batter couldn't get out of the way. Ouch. 4 runs added in that over. Karachi are 4 for none.
End of the first, not many runs off it. A good start by the bowlers.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Oh, my, that's just flown off the middle.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Over the infield with a cracking shot.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Can't get that outside the ring field. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them.
They're off to a great start. Batters timing the ball well, and the bowlers look a little bit rattled.
Power and precision in that shot.
These are the sort of shots you just stand back and admire. Gets onto the back foot, rolls the wrist to keep control, and finds the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Great shot. Gets a hold of that and places it through square leg.
Well, that's a fantastic shot. Onto the back foot quickly and rolls the wrist to keep the shot down. Great vision.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Goes over the top with that shot.
Solid shot, really well played. Ball was just a little short, and that was a great shot off the back foot.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch. Nice shot, pierces the infield.
Picks a short ball early. Not the best delivery, but a great shot to put it away. Textbook 6, timed well, under the ball, and it flew to the boundary. Awesome power.
End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, there's high confidence out in the middle. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Timed that perfectly.
Well, the fielder can only fetch that. Hooked away to the boundary.
Warner has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Smacks that away through the gap.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here. Needs a dot ball.
Beats the field with a great shot. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Couldn't get it through the field. Perfectly timed. Good pick up, big chance. That's the over. Karachi, a 55 for none.
Yet another massive over for the power play. Seemingly unstoppable at the moment.
Oh, that's got to hurt. Misjudged that one.
Four runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. over the infield with a cracking shot.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
Strike rate was excellent. Now they can really get stuck into rotating the strike and setting up a massive score.
What a shot. He hit that one hard, no need to run.
That flew to the boundary. This innings is building nicely and now closing in on the half-century.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. Cuts that off well in the infield. Needs a direct hit. Goes over the top with that shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Afridi, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Finds the fielder with that shot. Smacks that away through the gap. End of the over, and time for a little more freedom in the field.
Lahore can now have 5 fielders outside the circle.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end. And what a strike that is, right into the slot. Great timing and balance. It'll be at maximum.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
Visa shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Wow, that's missed a lot. Nearly gets the edge. Visa with a great delivery there. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. End of the over. Karachi are 89 for none.
The half-century's in sight. More shots like that, and they'll be well on their way to 100. How will he reply?
Oh, that's been heaved away and punished over the rope. That's a brute of a maximum.
Well, that's just timed brilliantly. Moves closer to 50. Going to need something special to get the wicket. Might look to go big again here. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over. One to get for 50.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover field.
One to get for 50.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder.
On 49. A quick single, maybe?
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Cut away and through the gap. Lovely shot. Might be 4.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
Over the infield with a cracking shot.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Afridi, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over, a big one. 16 runs coming from it. Karachi, 105 for none.
It's been non-stop action tonight. Every plan for the batters has been dismantled with almost a level of disdain.
Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Smacks that away through the gap.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Drilled that one away.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well and punched it to the boundary.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries just to keep them guessing. Misses everything. End of the over. Karachi are 116 for none. Khan from the north end. No. Terrible shot. Power and precision in that shot.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Caught. And it's one of the easiest catches you'll see. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
The First wicket gone, the opening partnership is broken. You can see the relief on the bowler's face. Another quick wicket and they'll be into the middle order.
Always nice to come into bat after the openers have had a good partnership. Gives you time to settle and gradually build. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. End of the over, 7 off it. Karachi are 123 for 1. The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end. Goes over the top with that shot. That's a stunning stop. That was going all the way otherwise. Wow, that's missed a lot. Good pick up, big chance. Two straight and punch through the leg side, mid-wicket in hot pursuit. That looks gone. Oh, great run out.
2 down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them. This could be a huge swing of momentum.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. Head over the ball, great shot. That's racing away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Oh, well, don't even bother running.
Pick the shorter ball and great footwork. Gets back and worked that really well into the gap for 4.
Oh, that's a great shot early on, wide of cover. And that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary though.
That's an outstanding shot. Saw it early, not much width to play with, and driven through the covers for 4.
Nice shot, but straight to gully. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end. Raza from the south end.
just sheer power off the back foot. Don't need to worry about running.
Raza shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Needs a direct hit. Off the middle of the bat. Cuts that off well in the infield. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. End of the over, 10 runs from it. Karachi are 152 for 2.
They had a great foundation early on, and they've carried it forward to make a big total.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the north end.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Perfectly timed.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here. Will it be 3 boundaries in a row?
Edge, but just out of the arm's reach of the fielder, and the ball races away.
Well, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Gone. Brilliant, caught and bowled. Beautiful take, caught and bowled.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Nearly gets the edge. Curran with a great delivery there. Williamson taking guard. Has been playing really well in recent matches. Certainly needs to bring their A game today. Fourteen runs added there. Karachi 166 for 3.
No stone being left unturned by the batters. This will be a massive score.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Not the ideal way of handling that ball. Gone. Caught. Caught right on the boundary.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into the fireworks as we were hoping for, but still, solid work.
That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Trouble.
Poor fielding. Throw sent to the wrong end and both batters are safely home.
Bowled. Oh, no luck at all there on that one.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket and a very frustrated batter heading back to the pavilion.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Someone different now to bowl at. Brings a different set of problems. I feel it's just a matter of pitching the ball up and getting them onto the front foot. Got that away nicely.
That showed great skill, lovely timing, and the boundary was the only place it was heading.
8 runs added there. Karachi are 174 for 5. And crunch down the wicket. Oh no, it hits the stumps. That would have been 4 otherwise.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Drilled that one away. Could that be out? Looks like it. Oh, great run out.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Smash down the pitch. Oh, but it collects the bowler's stumps. They should get through for a cheeky single, but it's unlucky. Probably would have been a boundary. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Milne ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4. Curran finishes an economical over and walks away with a wicket, which was fully deserved.
They had a great foundation early on and they've carried it forward to make a big total.
Good pick up, big chance. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Curran from the north end. Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
Tried it. Not very well. Smashed to the boundary.
Oh, that's a biggie. Oh, that is huge. All the way for a maximum. And it's gone many rows deep.
That was a very well-timed shot off the back foot. Saw it really early and it was dispatched with ease.
Oh my, that's racing away.
It was short enough. They just leant back and blazed it through the gap. That was a tremendous delivery. It fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
A direct hit and this could be gone. That looks gone. Oh, great run out.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Was quick onto that in the infield. Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive. The left-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Oh, the batter couldn't get out of the way. Ouch. Oh, my, that's just flown off the middle.
If that had been thrown to the other end, I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure.
Onto that early, that could be 4. Six runs out of there. Karachi, 207 for 7.
They attacked all areas of the ground, 4s, 6s, and there was strong running as well.
Visa, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end. Down the ground, but hits the stumps. Unlucky there, but they should scamper through for a cheeky single. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Tries to flick it past backward square, but that'll be an easy catch. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
The 8th wicket to fall. The opening batters out there in the field will probably be starting to prepare themselves for their own innings.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Watched it closely out of the hand and hammered that slower ball away to the boundary.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs. And the innings comes to an end. Lahore will need 215 runs. This is a very defendable total. The openers will need to get their eye in very quickly and get the scoreboard ticking over if they have any chance.
Here we go. First ball.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. There's an almost tangible fervour throughout the crowd at the moment. Couldn't get it through the field. Edged it. Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Six runs added in the over. Lahore are 6 for none. This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go. Doesn't beat the infield. Got that away nicely.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over, 10 off it. Lahore, 16 for none. Ali from the south end. Can't get that outside the ring field. Smacks that away through the gap. Straight to the fielder. Thick edge.
Flashed at it. Didn't time it well, but got enough to get it to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Edged. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Mohammed, the left-arm fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end. Cuts that off well in the infield. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Shot on the front foot, no one's getting that.
You just can't hit it any better than that. Beautiful shot, no chance at all for the fielders.
Warner, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. That's the over. Lahore, 33 for none. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Misses everything. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Beats the field with a great shot. 6 runs out of there. Lahore a 39 for none. Mohammed from the north end. Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Goes for it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
That's an outstanding shot. Saw it early, not much width to play with, and driven through the covers for 4.
That's high. Is there enough on it? There is. Add that maximum to the scoreboard. Thank you very much.
Gets onto the front foot, and that shot is full of aggression. Sent high and long over the rope.
Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over.
3 extra fielders are now allowed outside the circle.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Great commitment. 3 added in that over. Lahore a 59 for none.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
A new bowler is coming into the attack. Shot, finds the gap with that one.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Perfectly timed. Was quick onto that in the infield. shot there. End of the over, 7 off it. Lahore a 66 for none. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end. Got that away nicely.
A textbook pull shot. Any youngsters watching, look at this. Power and control. Phenomenal shot.
Oh my, that's just flown off the middle. Shot, should be runs here. Swept away but finds the fielder. End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. Lahore a 77 for none. Minhas from the north end. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Drilled that one away. Jeez, timed that well. 6 runs added there. Lahore are 83 for none.
There's the drive down the ground. Cracking stroke.
Smacks that away through the gap.
That showed great skill. Lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Perfect, right out of the middle and bludgeons that one to the boundary.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here. How will the bowler respond?
Thick edge. Oh, that's cut off nicely. 4 runs saved. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. 11 runs added there. Lahore are 94 for none.
The batters are working the strike around, picking gaps for boundaries, but they might need to start taking some chances in the back half of the innings to keep in touch.
Great shot.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played. 4 runs all the way. Top-class innings. Been playing very nicely out there and brings up the half-century.
Goes over the top with that shot. Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? Massive outside edge. Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive. Onto that early. That could be 4.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
And gone. Brilliant reactions to take that one. What a catch. After a big partnership has broken. Not unusual to see another wicket quickly. Time to concentrate and get settled in. Finds the fielder with that shot. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder.
Four runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot. Errs on the side of bowling slightly. Fuller, and they've been put away.
Nine runs added there. Lahore are 115 for 1.
The batters have controlled the middle portion of this innings, but they'll need to launch now with wickets in the dugout. Some adjustments to the field.
Brilliant. That'll take some catching.
Caress that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Mitchell drills that one away. That'll be 4 more to the tally.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. End of the over, 10 off it. Lahore are 125 for 1.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Going with pace now. Crack! Head was completely still and they've struck that hard, high and long for 6.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Doesn't beat the infield. Can't get that outside the ring field. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. Lahore are 132 for 1. The right arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Brilliant shot. That's one for the crowd.
All the way, got it right out of the middle.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Straight to the fielder. Whacked away.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. Lahore are 144 for 1.
Threaded it through brilliantly, all timing on that shot. How will he reply?
That's huge. That's a biggie. It is out of here. Absolutely smoked off the bat.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Cuts that off well in the infield. End of the over. Lahore are 155 for 1.
The batters have controlled the middle portion of this innings, but they'll need to launch now with wickets in the dugout.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Couldn't get it through the field. no, no, no. Terrible shot. Brilliant diving stop. In this format of the game, that over is as good as a wicket. Superb bowling. Crack. Head was completely still and they struck that hard, high and long for 6. Warner, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Smacked away. It may carry over the fielder for a maximum.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way. Might look to go big again here.
Massive outside edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
There was some wonderful stroke play on offer for the fans here. Bowlers just weren't tight enough. They really need a boundary, this ball. Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through. Have to go for it now. Crowd on edge.
Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment.
That has been a wonderful innings. Shots all around the ground. The bowlers have struggled to contain them as they bring up the 100.
Oh, that's beautifully struck. Right out of the guts end all the way.
Hit that so hard. Pressed forward, got the body shape right and launched it. One for the textbook.
Beats the field with a great shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Edged it.
That's the match. It looked like too many runs were needed in that final over, and so it has proved to be. Great bowling, brilliant win.
That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match. Hope to see you again soon.